today we are celebrating Purple Fest, right? So I would like to propose a toast. Actually, 3 toasts. They may be a little long, but I can't think of a better time to propose these toasts than now. So, Purple Fest, right? It's Purple Fest for a reason, right? So my first toast, I want to celebrate people. Here is to my brothers and sisters with disabilities all around the world, those who were born that way, like me, and those who have become that way. Here's to the people who don't need color to see the rainbow of diversity. Here's to the people who don't need sound to hear the symphony of expression. Here's to the people who don't need odor to smell the power of memories. Here's to the people who don't need taste buds to enjoy the flavor of personality. Here's to the people who don't need touch to feel the delicateness of our mortality and the eternity of our spirits. Here's to the people who don't need to walk to travel and spread hope throughout the world. Here's to the people who don't need to look someone in the eye to prove their focus and tenacity. Here's to the people who don't need to sit still to find their peace and purpose. Here's to the people who don't need words to express love to their fellow living being. Here's to the people who don't need movement to express their zest for life. Cheers! My second toast, I want to celebrate uncertainty. Here's to the cracks in the road that trip you up while you walk. Here's to the bones that break when you're just trying to shift your weight or wear a shirt. Here's to the muscles that get pulled or spasm when you work out a little bit too hard. I think that was me recently. Here's to the nerves that stop sending signals to you when, of all times, you're climbing up on a flight of stairs. Why then? Here's to the neurons that always distract you with seashells? Well, I mean, Goa is famous for its beaches, right? While you're trying to do your school or your office work. Here's to the vocal folds that fail you right when you're about to hit the high note. Oh man, how many times have that happened to me? And here's to the moments when we feel the weakest that are actually our times of greatest strength. Here's to that text from your sibling saying he misses you, that you have your text-to-speech reader read out loud for you. Here's to that video call with your best friend who just learned how to say I love you in sign language. Here's to that surprise visit from your long-distance partner who drove for hours to get to your place just to take you out for dinner. And here's to your child's face lighting up when they see you move your eyes across a screen and your computer speaks the words, I'm proud of you, child. Cheers. And my last toast is to celebrate labels. Here's to being called weak. Because we don't need to be perfect to be strong. We just have to be brave. Here's to being called incapable. Because everyone is incapable at something, which also means everyone is capable of something else. Here's to being called awkward. Because who was meant to fit into the mold of other people's expectations? Here's to being called insane. Because that's also what society used to call the people who they now are praising in their textbooks. Here's to being called abnormal. Because if we all have weaknesses, is there really such a thing as normal? And here's to being called disabled. Because the only people who disabled us And indeed, the only people who are truly disabled were the ones who gave us that label in the first place. So yes, I have my labels. My name is Sparsh Shah. My stage name, as you can see here, is Pure Rhythm. I'm a singer, a rapper, songwriter, inspirational speaker, and philanthropist. I'm a lover of life, of music, nature, history, theology, people, and so much more. But if society chooses to call me nothing other than disabled, I will be content with saying that I am disabled, just disabled. I'm not wheelchair-bound, blind, deaf, mute, autistic, dyslexic, or dystrophic. There are almost 1 billion of us. We're not a minority anymore. You may laugh at us because we're different. We might laugh at you because you're the same. Just kidding. Yes, our lives are filled with struggles, but there's strength in numbers. 1 out of every 6 human beings is disabled. So stop treating us differently. After all, both abled and disabled people make mistakes. Christopher Columbus got lost on his way here. He wasn't blind at all. And we need to, my Divyang brothers and sisters, we need to quit being pitiful of ourselves because we get made fun of, or we can't fit in, or we can't do this or that or the other thing. Because Bhayor Beno, our hearts are unparalleled. We are feelers. We gave the world the adventures of Professor X and the music of Beethoven, Stevie Wonder, Ravindra Jain, Mandy Harvey, Jacqueline Dupre, the list goes on, and the wonder of the comic book series Captain Underpants. We are thinkers. We are good at math because we discovered the mass energy equation. Oh, and we're pretty good at letters too. We're doctors, engineers, techies, every industry we are a part of. And we mean business. We are dedicated, reliable, and have great potential. We are huge, hardworking, and helpful. And yes, we may be slow, but the last time I checked, didn't the tortoise win the race in the story? And we never want anything more than love and acceptance because we already have everything we need. Wheelchairs, ramps, Microsoft Sam, hearing aids, Google Glass, prosthetic limbs, braille readers, robots, and of course, courage. All us, all beautifully and wonderfully impaired. So you're welcome, world, for the telephone that revolutionized long-distance communication, the phonograph, which first recorded our dearest memories, and the theory of relativity, which helped us understand speed and perspective at a whole new level. Our spirits are strong. Our ideas are strong. Our creations are strong. Society is lucky? When the world strives, we exceed. We practically invented diversity and inclusion. And we gave you Deepa Malik, Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, Helen Keller, Harriet Tubman, and even President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Oh, and we inspired Purple Fest. My friends, the world is amazing and awesome. And no matter who or where you are, you can always find the influence of people with disabilities all throughout the world. So we are not weak, but strong. Yes, we are disabled, but we are unbreakable. Cheers! So in honor of that,